Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. In today's video, I will be covering some of the rapid games played in the Superbet Rapid and Blitz happening in Poland. So let's get started. The game I will be covering in this video is between Pragnananda Ramesh Babu and Arvind Chitambaram. Both players are from India. Here Pragnananda is playing with the white pieces against Arvind with the black pieces. So let's get started. The game starts off with c4. Arvind plays e6, knight c3, d5, d4, bishop e7, c takes d5, e takes d5, bishop f4, c6, e3, f5, bishop to f5, sorry, knight ge2, knight f6, knight g3, attacking this bishop over here. Arvind puts his bishop back to e6, bishop d3, short castles from Arvind, knight f5. Knight f5 attacks the dark squared bishop. Arvind doesn't want to trade the dark squared bishop, that's why he captures this knight, to which Pragnananda also captures the bishop on f5. Rook e8, centralizing the rook. Queen b3, queen b6. The point of queen b6 being, if the queen captures, the pawn will capture and the rook will get an open file. That's why queen b6 is played. Similarly, queen b3 also, if the queen captures the queen on b3, the pawn will capture and also this rook will get an open file. Queen c2, avoiding this combination, this open file line. Knight b d7, h4, rook a d8, centralizing the rook. Long castles from Pragnananda, c5, striking the center, trying to break open the center, as Pragnananda's king is a bit unsafe as compared to Arvind's king. g4, as you can see in this game, both kings are castled on opposite sides. When the kings are castled on opposite sides, the game is more aggressive and each side, whichever side has a faster attack and a successful attack, usually gets the advantage. In this position, we can see Arvind is launching his attack from, from the left hand side, and Pragnananda is launching his attack from the right hand side of the board, and both players will be attacking each other. C takes d4, rook takes d4, bishop f4, attacking the knight. g5, bishop takes c3, b takes c3, knight e4. f3, f3 kicks the knight away, but here Arvind had a good move. He captured, knight takes c3. Now as you can see, the queen can't capture this knight, as the rook would come here and in the future capture the queen. The thing would look like this. And now this queen is pinned to the king over here, so it can't move, and whatever Pragnananda plays, this queen will be captured. Pragnananda captures the knight on d7, knight e2 check, queen takes e2, queen takes d4, e takes d4, rook takes e2. This game has simplified down to an endgame where Arvind is having two rooks and Pragnananda is having two bishops and a rook. Bishop g4, rook takes a2, rook e1, rook a1 check, king d2, rook takes e1, king takes e1, rook e8 check, king d2, f6. Now as you can see in this position, Arvind is having a total of 6 pawns and Pragnananda is having 4 pawns, 2 bishops. Arvind has a rook for 2 bishops and He has one pawn also extra. G takes f6, takes f6, bishop f5, a5, bishop c7 attacking the pawn, a4 is played, bishop d6 stopping the idea of a3 so that the pawn can't promote over here and become a queen, b5, bishop blocks the pawn from going forward, bishop a3, king f7, the king is slowly coming towards the center of the board. In the endgame, the king needs to be centralized because in the endgame, since there are very less pieces and pawns, the king needs to be activated and brought to the center so that it can control all the central squares. In the endgame, the king becomes a very strong piece as compared to the middle game and the opening. Bishop d3, rook g8, bishop takes b5, rook g2 check, king c3, rook f2. Rook behind pawn. This is a very common theme in the end games when you have to stop the opponent's pawns or even promote some of your pawns. Putting the rook behind the pawns is also a good idea. Here, bishop takes a4. The pawns on the flanks have been cleared by Prague. Rook f3 check, king b4, king e6, h5, f5, bishop c1, f4, bishop c2, rook f1, bishop d2, rook f3, sorry, only f3, pawn to f3, king c3. King c3 is a mistake over here. It gives advantage to Arvind. Arvind plays rook h1. Rook h1 attacks the pawn on h5. Bishop e3. Rook takes h5. King d3. King f5. Bishop a4. Here Arvind is having three pawns, rook, and Pragnanand over here has two bishops and pawn. Arvind is having the advantage over here. He can promote this pawn on this square, on this rank. Also, this pawn is a danger as it is only two squares away from promoting. King g4, bishop f2, king h3. King h3 shows that king and rook are collaborating here and it will help this pawn, queen, on this square. Also, this pawn is about to promote. Bishop e8, rook h6, bishop f7, king g2. King g2 attacks the bishop and the bishop needs to move or be protected as Pragnananda plays king e3 to protect the bishop. Rook b6. Rook b6 here is a blunder because Pragnananda captures that pawn on d5. Rook f6, bishop e4, rook f8, d5, h5. Bishop blocks the pawn's path of promotion. King h3, bishop e1, king g2, d6, rook d8, bishop f3 check, king h2, bishop a5, rook e8 check, king f2. Here Arvind lost, Arvind resigned over here because this pawn can't be stopped from queening. The squares can't be covered with the help of this rook over here. Also the king is away from the action. That's why it's very bad for Arvind and Arvind here resigned and Pragnananda won the game. Okay guys, thank you for watching the video. I will see you all in the next video.